change of pace.
Welcome to the Change of Pace podcast. This is Rohan, and I'm joined by Sai and Sahil. In today's episode, we're going to be giving you our Pacific Division preview. Yeah, really excited to get started on this. And yeah, should we just get started? Do you guys have anything
Yeah,
to say before we begin? Anything you're excited about
excited.
specifically?
Yeah, I mean, the season's going to start in 2 weeks. We're in the middle of preseason. Very exciting for the Thunder to start their title defense.
I think the Pacific Division is interesting because there's like three arguably like tier two contenders. There's no tier
Hmm.
ones. Nobody's way ahead of the pack, but there's three guys in the Clippers, Lakers, Warriors that are like we expect to be in the playoff hunt. And then there's the good old Suns and Kings.
Then
Yeah,
there's
and at
two
least
teams you just don't want to talk about. Like, there's
I think they're
literally
at least
nothing.
interesting. Like they're not like the Jazz or the Nets or something where you're like
Okay, sure.
they're going to be trash no matter what. These are teams like with players on them who just suck, you know?
The thing is, it's like you're stuck in mediocrity. Like even worse, somehow it's between mediocrity and garbageness, like the Suns and even the Kings, honestly. Like I don't think they're
Hmm.
gonna be that far apart.
Yeah.
Which is- Yeah. Okay. What team do you want to start with?
Let's start with the Warriors. I feel like
Let's
that's
do
they're
it.
All
the
right.
with the
Okay.
recent news we kind of have to, right?
Sure. Okay. So Warriors last year, 48 and 34. Since the Jimmy edition, they went 23 and 9, with a record of 22 and 5 when Steph and Jimmy played, which is good for like a 66 win pace. They of course were the 7 seed. They beat the Grizzlies in the first play-in game and lost in the second round to the Wolves in 5 after an impressive 2 seed victory in 7 against the Rockets. Definitely like I was listening to the podcast today. Anthony Slater was talking to Nate Duncan, and he was just like, in most cases in the playoffs, when a team loses, they're like, yeah, we just got outplayed. We are the worst team. This is a very rare case where you're like, the Warriors believe they should have won that game. A lot of that series, a lot of NBA fans think they should have won that series. So it's disappointing. And Steph himself said this entire summer, that's all he was thinking about. So it's very interesting to see this team fully healthy, with Jimmy playing an entire year. Exciting to see what they can do. Quickly over the offseason, they got Al Horford, DeAnthony Melton, and Seth Curry. And of course, that only happened after Jonathan Kuminga agreed to come back on a 2-year deal, second year as a team option, for like 46.5 mil or something like that. GP2 returned as well, and they drafted Will Richard and Alex Tooley in the draft. And they lost Kevon Looney, which is like the saddest thing ever, to the Pelicans. So, what are you guys thinking about the Warrior season? Any key storylines you want to talk about? Any thoughts?
So you want to go for it?
Sure. Yeah, again, like you said, second half of the season, elite team. Definitely in that a team like the Mavs last year where you thought they had a chance of going on a deep playoff run. And if Steph didn't get hurt in the second round, definitely a big chance of that. I probably would have taken the Timberwolves in that series
I
still, but
know
that's
you
me
said that.
personally. Um, the question is how this is a very old team. This is the second oldest team in the league by like point 0.1 next to the Clippers. And especially their starting lineup, which could be, I mean, we're not exactly sure what the projected starting lineup is specifically, but a projected starting lineup of Steph, Heald, Jimmy, Draymond, and Horford. I don't know
All right, bro,
necessarily.
that's bullshit. That's not even going to be put out. Putting
I mean,
Hewlett in the starting lineup, if
maybe you
there's
need some
one
shooting.
thing,
It'll be
crazy.
pods. It'll be
It'd
pods or
Come on,
probably
Moody.
be
it's obviously
pods.
going to be pods, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
but
Moody.
okay,
Yeah.
my starting lineup that I just wanted to stress the age of
Increase
this
the
team.
age. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, 36 years old average. That's insane.
All right, that is pretty crazy.
And then with pods, it's around 33 and a half. Still crazy.
Wow. Okay.
Uh, so like a very old team, and injuries are definitely a concern for this team. There isn't a lot of secondary offense other than the guys, Steph, Jimmy, who do get hurt because of their age. So really, I think this team can be a great defense. Like they got Horford, Melton, guys who can play defense. Jimmy really created a new identity for the Warriors post when he came back. A team that got to the free throw line a lot more, which was a huge struggle for them at the beginning of the year. Got to the rim a lot more, was creating deflections all over the place, like an active defense. And again, best defense after the All-Star break. So there's a lot of potential for this team to be a tier two contender. But I think age and secondary offense is still a problem for this team. And again, the West has just gotten better and better. So I'm not super high. Like I definitely could see them being a scary threat in the playoffs like they were last year. Because of Steph, because of Jimmy, these are killers, like guys who have proven to be elite players in the playoffs. But I think a regular season, I think it might be best for everyone to just be calm, not put too much pressure on their stars, and take it easy. You can see what they have in their younger guys. Can Pods be a real full-time starter? He's shown definitely flashes of it, but can he expand his like offensive bag a little? Can Moody? He was a real stinker in the playoffs last year, but
Yeah.
he's shown signs of being a quality starter as well. And then really the big question is Jonathan Kuminga. He came back on this deal. It seems like a deal where he's kind of tradable. Like they made this contract to potentially trade him. And Steve Kerr obviously isn't all bought in on what he can bring to the roster. So if he's someone who can actually create offense in these lineups without Steph, without Jimmy, and can go on and do his own thing off the bench, and if he's comfortable with that, or if he's going to, sit and pout on the bench about not getting enough of a role, it kind of changes the whole trajectory of this team and their offense. So overall, I think they're going to be around a 5 or 6 seed. I had them at 48-34 as my prediction. I think their ceiling could be as high as the 2 seed. Like legitimately, they showed that potential after the All-Star break. But again, age and I mean, Horford's 39. He's their starting center. I don't really trust the backup
Do you
centers.
think he's gonna start?
I think so. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like they might
like
start Clinton Post.
I think it's
Or
either
I
they
don't
go
know.
small or they start Horford. I don't think they're starting Post or
Really?
TJD. I'm
Dude,
not
I
too,
didn't think.
I think you
Yeah.
can still start Al Horford and play him in the beginning of the first quarter, the end of the first half. I mean, and yeah, and then the same thing the other way, and you can keep him at like 24 minutes, 25 minutes a game. Kind of
Yeah.
the same thing that you did in Boston. The sole reason that I believe in the Warriors to be like a 3 or 4 seed is Wardell, Stephen Curry. They had a 120 offensive rating last year when he was on. The only team that had a 120 offensive rating in the regular season was the Cavs last year. So that is an elite offense. Um, he is still an elite offensive engine. He can generate openings that even limited NBA players can take advantage of. And there felt like there was a lot of limited
Many
offensive
limited
players
players.
on the Warriors last year. And I still believe in the trio of Jimmy, Steph, and Dre. They had a 122 offensive rating together. Um, I still love, I mean, yeah, that you said they went 23 and 9. They had the third best net rating in the league. They had the number one defense, like you said, Sai. Um, but their free throw rate jumped from they were the 28th
Oh,
free throw rate in the league to second when he was there. They were around average in terms of forcing turnovers. Jimmy made them number one in the league when he joined them. And then I really like the Horford fit. Like I really like I've been begging
it's
for
so
so
beautiful.
long
Yeah.
for floor spacing five next to Steph and next to Draymond specifically. Horford can hit threes, he can beat switches. He can even drive the ball a little bit if you need him to. He can make a quick read. The quick decision making of Steve Kerr's offense, Horford's gonna slide right in. He's gonna be really nice, and he can also switch defensively, which is like so important for how the Warriors play. So I think the four-man lineup of Steph, Jimmy, Dre, Horford. I know it's old and age is definitely a concern. I don't know if they're gonna last 82 games and then win 16 playoff games. But in terms of the regular season, I feel really good about that quartet, and I feel like they'll be somewhere within the 120s, the low 120s in terms of offensive rating, and that's going to be an elite offense. And if you have Steph, your
low
offense,
120s or
yeah,
with Steph on or just with Steph or like total.
um, with definitely with the three of them, Steph, Jimmy,
Oh, I
Dre,
see. Okay.
and
Because I'm saying like I think they're like a mediocre offense because without Steph on the floor, they were -10 like as an offensive rating. Like it's
I think
They're,
with
yeah.
Jimmy like fully into the offense, and I like the addition of Seth Curry. He's kind of like a Buddy Hield insurance in terms of like if Hield doesn't have it and that's affecting his defensive game, you can throw Seth Curry out there when he comes back with like that weird rule about he has to be
Denver
waived or
or
whatever.
something.
I
Yeah.
also really like Melton. I
Dude,
feel like
Melton is like the piece if he's healthy, obviously. He's not
yeah,
even going to be healthy to start, but
yeah.
like, health, yeah, he played like 6 games last year and we looked our best before his injury. Yeah, about both of you guys' points. Sai, I get your thing, but like, dude, they won 48 last year. Like, it's so hard to think that with Jimmy playing like double the games that they're not going to get to 50 to me. And
Mhm.
I get you can say the West got better, but I mean. I don't know. I don't know if
I just
I buy
personally like
that.
the teams ahead of them. Like all like right in that same arena, but again, there's so many teams. It's just hard to
Yeah,
see it. Like even before last season, I did feel like the beginning of the season for the Warriors was a little fluky. I mean,
yeah.
so I think that's going to be less of the case this year, and then but they're still going to be elite because of Jimmy. So I think, and then I also don't think they're going to prioritize the regular season as much because of the age of these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
and this, yeah,
I don't think they want to do this play-in thing again. Like they fell in
That's
last
fair.
year, and it kind of screwed them. It didn't really like they got through it or whatever. But I don't feel like they're gonna. I don't imagine like Steph playing more than like 72 games, and same with Jimmy, same
yeah,
with Dre.
definitely not. No,
But
yeah,
like I think there is still some like even you can see in preseason how they're playing their guys in Portland tomorrow, or I think it's tomorrow.
yes, man.
That tells me that like they're serious, like they're ready to get going. Because like look at the Lakers, like Luka's not probably not going to touch the
Bron's
preseason
hurt, right? He's like some groin thing, or what does he have?
ass injury. I don't know.
Dude, that's
I think it
crazy.
was groin,
He
yeah.
gets groin and ass injuries a lot, huh? That's kind of weird.
Something's
Yeah.
going on at home. I
Like
don't
in
know.
the last 5 years, I swear he's gotten both of those things multiple times, especially
It
groin.
Yeah.
it started on Christmas.
2018.
Yeah, when he joined the Lakers, and then
Yeah, when
since
Zubats
then,
killed us and then he got traded for some reason. That was weird.
yeah. For
I'll
Mike
never forget
Muscala, by
that.
the way, but
Huh?
Yeah, for Mike
for Mike
Muscala.
Muscala,
That's crazy.
Magic Johnson at the helm, by the way.
Man, yeah. Okay, wait. So I don't know. So for my prediction was that we'd get 52. 50,
Okay.
my prediction was 52 and 34, which I thought would end up being a 3 seed.
Hmm.
So yeah, so you were saying 3 and 4, so you're saying like 5 or 6. Yeah, I guess I'm a little higher for obvious reasons on them. I also think that the like just thinking about the Steph, Jimmy, Dre, and Horford lineup is kind of crazy. All five guys are pretty good playmakers. All five guys could bring the ball up the court. And we've never had a 5 out team in
Yeah.
our lives.
I
It's
mean,
never happened.
what's the last guy? Boogie? Like he's been the last like
This
stretch
doesn't even
five for the
count,
team.
bro. He's a shell of his former self.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Smiley?
even
I don't
count.
know.
Like, oh my God, yeah. Okay,
You could
so
say Post added some of
Yeah,
that
true.
element to it,
yeah,
True, for
that
sure.
but he was so
yes,
limited defensively that you couldn't really trust him.
yeah. This is like a legit like where we can play 5 out consistently. Like, imagine if you throw out a lineup of like Steph, Buddy, Jimmy, like Moody and Horford,
No, I thought
right?
you were gonna say Draymond and
No,
Horford.
no,
And
no.
that's
I'm saying
36
you.
years old right there.
Now you put Moody and you put Horford in. I don't know, like, and Moody looked really good. I think my biggest question mark for this team, yes, the age is definitely a factor. I think Melton is a big piece, so his health is also a big factor for me. But I
Right.
think just in general, which young guy takes a jump to fill out that final spot in the starting lineup, right? Like that spot that we're saying is Pods is for sure. To me, ideally, Moody would be in that spot so you can have a legit point guard off the bench, but and like you don't have a super small backcourt. Because Moody can play defense and he can shoot the three ball if in his at his best, right? Him and Pods are both hurt in the playoffs, so I'm not gonna really talk about that much. Going in to close the season, both of them had really, really good, like solid ends since the Jimmy trade. So I'm hoping a jump from one of those two guys will push us into contention. And that obviously, like, I don't know if you guys watched the preseason game, but JK actually looked pretty good. Like he was playing within the flow of the offense. He made some really good reads. He played aggressively on in terms of rebounding, defense. He had a three. Like, I mean, I don't know if he could play within the offense because like it's in his best interest to look good, right? If he want, even if he wants to get traded, like either he gets traded because he plays well, or he stays in the Warriors and we play him because he plays well. So if
The,
he can somehow not play selfishly, that would help us a lot because I feel like he's a big missing piece. Like having an athletic wing who could play defense and pass the ball.
I feel like the dilemma with Kuminga for Kerr and for the Warriors is that you kind of want to play him enough to showcase his trade value so you can get something for him on January 15th. But
Yeah,
then you don't want him to hijack the offense. You don't want him to just like mess up whatever the flow of the offense,
Yeah.
right? So it's like you kind of have to decide, are we going to play him and showcase him or keep him on the
yeah.
bench? He kind of has to earn his way into the lineup. I don't think Steve's like, okay, he's going to play 20 minutes tonight for sure.
If
Um,
there's a team to unlock him, it would be this one though, dude. Like again, with 5 out, having Kuminga as like the guy, like
I,
would be great.
I just don't know. Like it's like he's a young scorer who's trying to find out how to be efficient, but this whole like movement, quick decision making thing,
Yeah, it's
it's
not
just
his.
not his. It's not his game. Which
No.
I'm like curious about why they drafted him in the first place, but that's
Yeah.
whatever. I think if he can make quick decisions, he can knock down open shots, he can run in transition. Like if he does the little things enough, he can find like 12 points per game
Yeah.
on like 20 minutes a
Easily.
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but the question is, does he fit next to Draymond and Jimmy?
Yeah. Another problem I have with this team is the size, of course. Like this is a very small team in general.
Mhm.
Um, Kuminga's really the only like forward other than Jimmy. Like Draymond's obviously kind of a big more at this point. He's also forward size, so you can guard those guys, but there's really no one else who can really take on like a solid four, like a Giannis type player in
Oh,
this
yeah.
defense. And obviously you're not going to be playing that a lot, but there's a lot of like Kawhi even. Like there's guys who are tougher matchups. Um, and again, like yeah, the size is an issue. Like these teams are getting bigger and bigger, it feels like with the Nuggets, with the Thunder, with the Rockets. Like a lot of teams are going double big, and that has caused problems for the Warriors. You saw in the playoffs. It was, obviously you beat the Rockets, but there were some issues there. The Timberwolves are a big team as well. So it's just, do they have the versatility to go big and match up with teams that can go big? And will the rebounding be an issue for them too?
Well, if they were the number one defense with Jimmy, right, without
Right.
Horford, so
Yeah.
you got to think that like Horford should help in some aspects. We've
Mhm.
seen him guard like guys like Embiid before. I don't know how much you believe in Trace Jackson Davis.
Oh my God, no, 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 we're not.
Yeah.
We're out on Trey Jackson Davis.
Well, then
No
they
way.
then they need a backup big, like realistically.
I think Post is fine as a backup. Or
They
like
like the
Post
guy they
slash
drafted
Horford
too.
is enough. Who, Will Richard?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's like a wing, but yeah, he's a really good
Is
defender.
he? My bad. Thought it was that
Yeah.
big.
He's like if Moses Moody doesn't work out, we have a Moses Moody
I feel like
replacement.
Moses Moody
Oh
could
wow.
be. I
Way
mean,
off.
I think Sai, you're saying like a couple of different things because I don't think Giannis and Kawhi would be guarded by the same guy, or at least I think Moody could do a decent job on Kawhi. I feel like physically Moody is a pretty big, like he's like 6'6", but he's like pretty like broad shouldered. He's has some like meat on his bones. I mean, I feel like he is
I
a
always thought of
pretty
him like a
decent
six
defender.
four. Yeah, but maybe
Is Moody 6'4"? He looks way taller than
six
that.
five. So right,
Okay,
right in between.
he
I
just
really
feels a
like
little big, huh?
I really like Moses Moody. He shot 5 for 7 in the preseason game. I think they just played. Um,
Yeah.
if his and apparently he's been working on his jump shot a lot in the summer.
Hey.
I'm sure like every other NBA player has as well. But I think that like if they can unlock if they can because you can't really rely on Horford. So a lot of the times Draymond is gonna be playing the five, and if you can play Moses at the four or Moses next to Jimmy like they were
Yeah.
doing last year, like that unlocks a lot of scheme versatility for Steve Kerr.
Yeah, I mean they played that like Steph Moody Pods lineup along with Jimmy and Draymond to a lot last year. And that's what they didn't isn't that what they started with this year? Did the preseason game?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I like Draymond starting at the five so like
No, I
early in the
don't.
season, dude. It's
I
gonna
I
work
like him a lot better at the four on
next to
defense.
Horford. Yeah.
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 What do you guys think that they should have taken the Monk deal? Malik Monk for Kuminga and a protected first?
Like, dude, we have enough guards. That's a thing. I don't
Yeah.
know, especially with Melton on the roster too. And I know like healthy Monk might still be better than a healthy Melton,
Oh, I
but
think
like
he
I feel like if we're giving up Kaminga, we need to get a like a 3 or 4. Like I texted you guys the same thing.
Yeah.
Like I think it's a little redundant to have like
What about
Buddy, Melton,
getting
and
Wiggins back?
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
If we can do that, we are genuinely contenders. Okay. With a healthy Wiggins on this team, that's insane. That's your
I
starting lineup right there.
Yeah.
yeah, but you're not making the thing that like people aren't gonna like what the words like Sai said, like their age. And like Wiggins doesn't make them super youthful or anything like that either.
I mean, but like I don't know. I don't think
I think they've given up on trying to be
I,
young too, though.
huh?
I think they've given up on trying to have the
I
two
don't think the
timeline
youth
or whatever
movement
like
is
that. Yeah,
important for this. Like, I think we'll get
exactly.
through the regular season, and then, like, yes, in 2 years we'll be garbage. That's
Yeah.
fine. But like, in terms of like winning games, I don't think these guys that play 65 games. If they play to their potential, they'll win 50. So
Yeah.
it's fine if they like sit the rest of the 17 and lose. But
Oh yeah. To answer your question, Saho, I think at the time I thought they should have just because it didn't seem like they were going anywhere with the signing.
Hmm.
At this point though, I think they're in a decent position to trade for someone. Like they actually have like he has a contract who you can match salary for someone who could be pretty good.
Yeah,
And
expiring too.
I don't
exactly
know
and
who it would
expiring.
be though.
Yeah, I mean, they got time to figure that out, and I assume they'll trade him. Just it seems like that's the plan at this point, but I think they're in a better position now than they would be in the offseason if they traded for Monk.
It kind of feels like he's just going to be in and out of the rotation. He's going to be
Mhm.
pretty inconsistent. It's going to be like the same thing that they did last year, where it's still frustrating, and fans are still upset because some think that he should play more. Something he should. Some people are Steve Kerr truthers and believe that he doesn't need to play at all. And I think that like yeah, I would imagine they trade him on Jan 15th. I think because he like said he's expiring, you can get something pretty good. I would have to
Yeah.
imagine. for
Yeah,
them.
I'm higher on him, dude. I don't know why part of me wants this to work out. That one game he played against the Lakers, he just it looked like he had like 5, 7, and 5. Like what a stat. Like you never see that from Kuminga. Like if he could somehow be that guy in 20 minutes, that would be amazing for us. But yeah, I think it's a pipe dream. So yeah. Anything else you guys want to say? Sahil, you said, do you have like a win projection for them?
Yeah, I'd probably give them about 48 to 49, kind of same as last year.
Okay. Makes
Same
sense.
here.
Actually,
Yeah.
the West, like the top of the West probably gonna be like 60 to 54, right? So like maybe 50. I like 50.
Okay. Well, yeah,
So
their line is 45.5. So I think all
Okay.
of us are going to
I saw
over.
46.5.
Oh, is it
Did
either
it
way,
move
you're still
down?
going to over, right?
Yeah, I'm going over.
Yeah, all of us are
You know
slamming
what
that
I'm
over.
surprised by?
Hmm.
I guess we can talk about it later.
I'm
But
very, very confident they're going over 46.5 wins. So like I'm
yeah,
very,
I think
very
it's pretty
confident.
low for
It's
sure.
healthy,
Yeah.
healthy.
I made
Yeah.
like a from last episode, I made like a headline for each team.
Yeah.
I guess this one is, can the senior home make it to the end of the season?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
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 Let's see.
And it really feels like this and maybe next season's kind of the last run for,
Definitely. I mean, that's when
yeah,
their contract, like Jimmy,
yeah.
Steph, and Draymond, I think all their
Steve
contracts.
Kerr too, like all of
Yeah,
them.
yeah. It's over after that.
Yeah.
It's Moody's team after that.
All right.
Okay.
What
All
team do
right,
we
let's
want to
move
go
on
next
to the
to?
next team. What do you guys want to, Sai, you want to introduce the next team? Just pick one.
All right, let's do the Clippers.
All right.
Their over-under is 47.5 wins. Last year they were 50 and 32, lost in the first round to the Denver Nuggets. This year in the offseason, they traded Norman Powell for John Collins. Pretty good trade. Got some actual front court depth. And then they added guys like Brook Lopez, Chris Paul, and then Bradley Beal. And then they drafted, I can't say his name because it's really long, but he drafted a young center in the end of the first
Yannick,
round.
whatever his last name.
Niederhauser, yeah,
Niederhauser,
yeah.
yeah.
Again, like I said about the Warriors, a very old team. This is the oldest average age, not, but for not the stars like the Warriors are, who are really old, but this is
Oh,
a
you're
very old
so
team
fucking
as well.
annoying, bro. You're purposely doing average ages. Chris Paul will come off the bench. You don't
That's
let
what
him
I'm
do
saying.
the and Brook Lopez.
Like Brook Lopez, Chris Paul coming off the bench. You got James
Oh my
Harden, Kawhi
God.
Leonard.
All
They're
right, bro.
starting Bradley Beal, it looks like, which is kind of
Oh, you're
surprising.
so happy they're starting Bradley Beal and not Chris Dunn, right? That really increases the average age of the lineup.
Does it really? I feel like Chris Dunn's
I
pretty
don't know.
old
Chris
too.
Dunn's
I
probably
would
like 27. He was
I
like
would
4 years in college, I think.
I would be surprised. Maybe it's politics, but I'd be surprised if they start Bradley Beal.
I thought they are. I thought they said
That's
that.
what they are. That's what Tyronn Lue
Yeah,
said.
they said they
Oh, they
are.
said they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which is so
wow.
dumb. It's so
Yeah.
dumb.
Like
It's so
I don't think they're starting John Collins, which I thought they would be. I don't think they're starting Chris Dunn. So I think they're probably
I
gonna
didn't
go.
think they would start John Collins. I thought they'd start
Yeah.
Batum or something. I think that
I think
makes
they're
sense.
gonna stick with Derek Jones Jr. probably at the three and then Kawhi at the
Oh,
four.
really?
That's what they did last year. Batum was
Oh,
off the bench.
oh, really? I don't know why I thought Batum started.
So who's guarding the point of attack on this team?
That's a great question. Bradley
Bradley
Beal's gonna
Beal,
lock
bro.
down. And you've
Hey,
seen
Greg
James Harden. He
Popovich
had a
said Bradley Beal's nice and hard. Remember in the was it like FIBA a few years ago? He was like he complimented his body. He was like, it looks skinny, but he's a really like hard guy. What the fuck?
Well,
Yeah,
I
sorry.
I do think the team has much better roster balance. I don't think
Yeah.
anybody's really overtasked or overwhelmed in
Hmm.
this lineup.
Mhm.
They also with Harden and CP was eighth among all players in pick and roll creation based on points per possession. So with
Wow.
him and Harden going back and forth, you have 48 minutes of legitimate pick and roll creation, which I
Yeah.
don't think many elite pick and roll creation, which I don't think many teams can really say. So I think like you said the over under was 47.5.
Yep.
I think they'll win like 52 games.
And to add to the pick and roll thing, they also have like some of the best pick and roll partners you can in the league, whether
Mhm.
it's Zubats or it's like Brook Lopez and John Collins off your bench. Like that's some really nice duos you can throw
John
out
Collins
there.
was 40% on pick and pop threes last year. Brook Lopez was 38% on pick and pop
Wow.
threes last year.
Yeah.
So John Collins is going to
Yeah,
feast
there you
in this
go.
offense,
And
I
they
think,
also have,
even
yeah, I
running
mean,
down the point baseline.
he's still a lob threat for on the pick and roll too. Like it's a very
Definitely.
well-rounded team. Like you said, the playmaking's very, you're gonna have 48 minutes of good playmaking on the roster. You have scorers. Beal's
Bench
gonna be a
is really
scorer.
good.
Kawhi's gonna be a scorer. They have Bogdanovich still, who can be a real three-point shooter. And then the defense, that's where it's, tricky, but they were a good defense the entire year last year, even with limited. Chris Dunn's obviously a great defender, but if he's not starting, that's going
Yeah.
to be interesting. Derek Jones Jr. is a good defender. Batum, Kawhi is obviously a good defender. Zoo holding it
They were
down, all
the
defense,
third
second
best.
team.
He was a very good
They were
defender.
the
Yeah.
third best defense last year, so
Yeah.
yeah. So
So, I mean, I think they're going to take a step back in that front, but I think the depth, obviously the age is a concern, but I think they have enough pieces where they can keep it kind of going. They're not like super reliant on Harden or Kawhi to be their stars. I don't know. I'm much higher on this team than I am. I have them at 50 and 32 as the 3 seed. So kind of a lower win 3 seed, but still.
Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting.
I can see that. Kind of like last year, like the Nuggets or the Thunder were ahead of the pack, and then everybody else was kind of like squished in there together.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they had the third best defense last year. They're kind of built to withstand injuries. You know, if Beal gets hurt, Bogdanovich can kind of step in and do somewhat similar things. I think the real question with this team, outside of who's guarding the point of attack, is how does their top end talent fare in the playoffs? Because we know Harden has his struggles in the playoffs, but Kawhi also last year, outside of game two against the Nuggets, he kind of seemed like he was a top 20 playoff player more than a top seven playoff player. And I don't know if I'm going down swinging with Kawhi and Harden in the great year of 2025 anymore.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. I thought Kawhi was mid in the playoffs last year as well. He was kind of forgettable.
Yeah, I mean, he had that one
Like
insane game, but other than
really
that, it
did
was
miss
pretty
him a bit. But
forgettable.
yeah. Yeah. And like even entering the playoffs, I mean the Clippers were playing they're like they won 18 of their 21 games and it just felt yeah, I don't know. I think the offense I still think the offense is as much of a question mark. It's they were 25th in three-pointers made last year, and they lost Norman Powell, who shot 42% from three, made
Yeah.
183s. Like,
But you add Beal, you add John Collins, you add Lopez.
that Beal, yeah, I think their bench is not. I don't know. I feel like the like I'm talking myself like out of this team. Like I feel like in the regular season they might be good again, but I feel like this team's ceiling isn't as high as I thought.
I think
Like,
they're the same exact ceiling as last year, probably a second round exit at the most. Like,
yeah, I just don't think they can last like four
mhm.
rounds. I don't, let alone 3 rounds even.
So
I
you
don't know.
think,
Yeah.
wait, so you think that the Warriors can last one
Fuck
round more
yeah.
than not
Oh my
bad?
God. I mean,
I think
it,
I'm higher on
dude,
the Warriors on like playoff for
in
sure than the
ceiling wise,
Clippers. Yeah.
100% I'm
No, I
taking
agree.
the
I agree.
Warriors
Yeah.
I just
against the
had to push
Clippers.
some buttons there.
Please. Yeah. I mean, the fucking 40-year-old Chris Paul and a 38-year-old Brook Lopez who's washed as fuck
This
isn't
is a
doing
slow
anything
team
in
too.
the
Like
playoffs.
really,
Yeah.
there's no youth at all in the rotation. Like Chris Dunn's probably the youngest guy, and he's like 28.
Yeah. I mean,
There's
yeah, I was gonna say this about the Lakers too. Um, but it like when I'll get more into the details when I get to Lakers. But like with the Ayton signing, for example, I feel like some of these the Lakers tend to go for just like big name guys a lot, right? Like they did it in 2022. They got like Westbrook, they got fucking Melo, and then I mean Rondo is good, like was fine, but like. It feels like a similar thing now. I mean, they got Chris Paul. I don't know. I still don't know how good Chris Paul is gonna be for them. Like he is like 40 years old. So part of me just feels like they're gonna enter like I feel like I'm gonna be left unimpressed after seeing all these like big names as they're on their bench. I do like the John Collins pickup a lot though.
yeah.
I think I'm maybe higher than both of you. I kind of feel like I could see them being a top 10 defense and offense.
I could
I,
see that in a regular season setting. I don't think I'm not in for a
yeah,
playoff.
yeah.
Like I think they're
I
the three
agree.
seed in the West. Like I think they're a pretty good regular season team. I think they're a great half court team. They just like look built for a half court setting, which is obviously like you don't see that in the playoffs. And I like the lineup versatility, like you said. They have Lopez, who's a legit backup big. They have Collins, but they can play double big if they need to. Like they didn't have that option last year really at all. So now that they have size, I like the matching up against these teams like the Rockets, the Thunder, the Nuggets a little better. But at the same time, transition defense, I think, is still going to be a problem. They're really slow. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's that fast other than Dunn on
Mhm.
this roster. Derek Jones, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be an issue. I think, yeah, like you said, injuries are going to be an issue. But I think as a regular season team, there's a lot there.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
agree.
it.
I don't think they have like a conference finals ceiling or anything like that, just because
Hmm.
of Kawhi and Harden's question marks. I
Yeah.
think if this was like a Kawhi 4 years ago, I feel so much better about this team.
Yeah.
Like then they have a conference finals ceiling.
I mean, Kawhi
Um,
also only played like 30 games last year, or
Yeah.
35 games, something in the regular season. And Harden had like a career year like somewhat of a career
Career
year.
year is crazy, but okay.
Yeah, you're right. But like for the point we are at with him now, in
Yeah, he
terms
had
of
a great season
expectation,
for
that
sure.
was quite a year. Like he made an All-NBA team, didn't he?
I think 13, yeah.
Could you have expected that going into the last season? Like, come on. Like we thought he
No,
was
for sure.
done.
Yeah.
Like yeah, him and Norm like carried that offense, when Kawhi was out. Do we see that same production from Harden this year? I
I don't
don't
know
know.
because I kind of think that like let's say you're on the Clippers training management team or whatever. How many games do you want Kawhi Leonard to actually play? Because I can make a case that he was healthy in the playoffs because he only played 30 games. If he's playing,
That's
of course
not
that's
good.
not good, but I'm saying
Like
if he plays 65,
yeah,
are we sure that he's going to be around in May? I don't know.
He might not
but
be around in May for a completely different reason at this point, but so I
what the
would be okay with
aspiration thing?
yeah, exactly.
No, I was gonna say that like I get your point, but again, Norm Powell had a career year last
For
year as
sure.
we're
That is
like
that is an
wow.
accurate statement,
Well,
yes.
yeah, while Kawhi was out, I just don't know that you have that same luxury with Beal. And I get that their bench is bolstered. Okay, that's fine. But again, if the like starters aren't like that, Beal's gonna be playing like 30 minutes a night. I don't know if you could completely replace Kawhi's production with him, the way
But
they did
Kawhi
with.
again didn't play much last year, so there it's not
That's
like
my
we're
point. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying in the like so I was saying like what if you play Kawhi less so he can be ready for the regular season? I'm just saying with you don't have Norm Powell doing what he did
but you have
anymore.
Beal. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I know.
saying.
I'm saying I don't
You
know
need
if
to
Beal
have
can do that.
Beal approximating Norman Powell, not Kawhi,
He's
is what I'm
not
saying.
going to. I don't think
I
he
think he
can.
can. I
I
think
don't
he
know.
can.
I don't think you think he's gonna even play enough games to do that?
That's an important question
That's the
for
point.
sure.
Like, I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot that goes into like there's a reason Beal's only been on failing teams for the last like 5 years of his career, despite like seemingly having this reputation of being like a
So,
superstar scorer.
so do you think the Clippers are going to be worse than last year?
There's no
That
way, right? Like, there's
that
no way.
I
Like
mean,
they
look.
upgraded their roster
They
pretty
got so
clearly.
much. It feels like they got so much better. Like every name
I
on
think
this
Lopez
roster.
is huge. I think even like not as a playoff guy, but like that is a really good player
Yeah,
still.
I mean, they
yeah,
lost Amir Coffey, Drew Eubanks, Ben Simmons, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Norman Powell. They
Only
added
Amir
Bradley
Coffey out of that
Beal.
actually was decent.
He was, but they
Yeah,
added Bradley Beal, John Collins, Lopez, and CP3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are some nice additions. I
Yeah.
still like. I
And
feel like the
Tyler's a
Brook
great
Lopez
coach.
and
Yeah,
yeah.
Tyler's a great coach.
I feel like the Brook and the CP ones are a little overrated, but I like the John Collins one a lot, and the Beal one is like,
I
yeah,
mean, if you can get like 90% of Norman Powell from Beal, I think that's a win. Like
yeah,
because you're getting so much else. You're
yeah.
getting John Collins and Beal for
And what
Beal
were how
or
many
for
wins did they
Powell.
get last year again? Like
They got
49,
50,
50?
50 and 32. I got them at the
Yeah.
exact same record.
I got them.
I think they will have the same. Yeah, I think they'll be about the same.
I think they'll have like 52 or 53.
Nah, okay.
Fair enough.
Nice, man.
But yeah, I guess we all have the over though, 47 and a half.
Yeah.
Again, my headline for this team is that this team would go crazy in 2018.
Yeah.
Facts,
This
bro.
would be an
You're
insane team in
so right.
2018.
I mean, any team with Harden to like crazy in 2018, right?
Yeah, but Chris Paul in 2018,
No,
Bradley Beal in
you gotta go
2018.
2019, bro. 2019,
True,
2019.
2019
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That way you get a healthy
Lopez
Kawhi.
too. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Brook Lopez probably really started shooting threes around that time.
yeah. No,
Like,
literally, I think that was literally like that season.
yeah, 2019 has to be peak, bro. That was like the 36 points game Harden. That was championship Kawhi.
Hmm.
That was I mean Chris Paul fucking he was healthy against the Warriors and lost that year,
I
And
think that was close to like prime Beal. Like, I think 2021 was like when he had averaged 30, but
2021 is when he lost to Steph in the scoring race.
yeah,
Yeah. And 2020 he also averaged 30, but he wasn't an
yeah,
all-star. I remember that too. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Anything else to say or we can move on to the next team?
we can move on.
All right. I choose the Lakers.
All right.
Okay, Sal, why don't you get us started with the Lakers?
Okay, yeah. They lost Dorian Finney-Smith, Jordan Goodwin, and Shake Milton. They added DeAndre Ayton, Jake LaRavia, and Marcus Smart. To me, the question with the Lakers is how much do you believe in this Luka transformation, right? There's this
Yeah.
everybody's been talking about how he's gotten skinnier and he's faster, looked much better in Eurobasket. But the reality is the last year we saw Luka Doncic with the Lakers, he was a shell of himself. He shot 30% on pull-up twos. In Dallas, he shot 47%. He shot 36% on floaters, 54 in Dallas, 65% at the rim, 71% in Dallas. That's from Hoops Tonight, Jason Tim. Shout out.
Wow.
Um,
Yeah.
in Eurobasket, albeit a small sample size, he looked thinner and faster, but he shot 54% on pull-up twos, 67% on floaters, 73% at the rim. So he kind of looked a little bit more like the Dallas Luka, even though it's Eurobasket, not the same thing at all. But last year, I think it was like, I think the ankle injury was really bothering him. I think
Mhm.
that they kind of messed up his conditioning. Then the trade happened. I don't think that was the real Luka. His average shot distance last year was 17.7 feet, which was the highest of his career. So he's just settling for a lot of shots.
Yeah.
Over 50% of his shots were threes or mid-range, which was also the highest of his career. Um, I think offensively, we'll start with the offense because the defense is a whole other discussion.
Yeah.
But I think with a healthy Luca that we saw in 2024, though that was like God Luca. I think if he looks more like that, I'm higher on the Lakers. What's their win total, Si? You know?
50 from last
49
year.
and a half. But last year they
Oh
won
yeah.
50. I don't
Last
know
year they won
how.
50.
Yeah, this is what I was going to say. They're higher than the Clippers and Warriors, like convincingly, and I'm surprised by that.
That's
They're over
surprising. I
under.
thought it'd be more
Yeah,
like 46 and a half.
Drinking the
I agree.
Kool-Aid, bro. They always drink the Lakers Kool-Aid.
Yeah, true enough.
Yeah.
I would probably take the under there, but not by much. It's actually a pretty good line, honestly.
49.5, you take the under?
I
I would
take the
take
under as well. Yeah.
take the under,
Oh,
but
no,
it,
I
like
am too. I
I
just thought he the way he was talking about, I thought you were like pretty high on Luca
no,
this year.
I am high on Luca, but I'm have a lot of questions about the defense and specifically DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Yeah, the defense is a huge
I will say one thing. So, like, I feel like as much as DeAndre Ayton's going to be helped by Luca, I think Luca's going to help. Sorry. As much as Luca's going to help DeAndre Ayton, I think DeAndre Ayton's going to help Luca. I think a lot of that shot distance thing is just the fact that you don't have a vertical spacer anymore in the
Yeah.
Lakers last year. You're going to get downhill a lot easier when you have that pick and roll partner. You're going to have the lob threat, which can help your floater game quite easily, like getting you right to the basket. And I do worry, like, like the skinny thing is great for sure. I think defensively it's going to be a big advantage. I think as a like getting downhill it'll help. But I think a lot of the downhill scoring was benefited by his size as well at the same time. And obviously, hopefully he keeps his strength with the transformation. But I think especially his 2 point scoring, so much of it is just how big he was compared to the guys who were guarding him. And I think you lose a bit of that with the skinniness factor.
Well, also let
Um,
me just say
mhm.
I'm pretty skeptical about this whole body transformation thing. I
Yeah.
don't know how much I really believe it. The
I
Eurobasket
believe
numbers
it
are
in
nice.
Zion way more than I believe it in
Oh, and we
Luka.
saw it in Zion. That
Yeah.
was fucking ridiculous. He was obese before
Yeah.
that. Oh my, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the question with Aiden is like his motor is so inconsistent, but this
Yeah.
is a contract year, and one thing we know about DeAndre Ayton is he cares about his damn money. So
Yeah. About the Luca thing, I get your point, side that like him being fatter helps him, like whether it's draw fouls or like push guys out of the way when he like yeah, he takes his little like 5 foot bang shot. But I mean this guy was also lean in 2019. He was a fucking like all-star in his second year. Like I don't think or
He wasn't
in
34
2020,
point.
sorry.
I mean, he was
Huh?
still an all-star last. He would have been all
No,
NBA
no, but
first
he
team
was
last year.
if you watch him move back then, it was like ridiculous. Like I think
Right.
the Lakers benefit more from that than like I don't think they need him to average like 35 like he did last
Okay.
year. And I think having like a spry Luca will bring more good than harm.
Hmm.
Let's put it that way, I guess. Or at least it'll average out. Like I don't think it'll make him any worse for sure. And then in terms of the Aiton thing, yeah, I just don't buy it. I don't believe in Aiton. I don't, he didn't, I mean, in the first
He
game he
sucked
played,
against the Warriors.
no, no,
Or
he
was it
was
not against the
fine
Warriors?
actually.
It
He was
was
bad
the team
against the
before.
Suns. Like
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
crazy.
It was
He didn't make a
awful.
shot. I still don't think we can judge based on preseason, but this is like I brought up Aiton because like it just feels like he's a name. Like yes, I think the idea of Aiton is a lot better than what Aiton is. He played last year, he played like 40 games on that Blazers team. They were literally better without him. Like he has the potential to be a great defender. I feel like on the Suns he was a pretty good defender, and
Hmm.
they need him to be that really badly. I don't know if he can help anchor this Lakers defense.
Yeah.
Um, and then in terms of other like kind of like storylines, I guess, the Smart addition is nice if he's good, but he's also played 50 games in his last 3 years, which is crazy,
Yeah.
if you think about it. And then I like the Jake LaRavia addition a lot, though. I think Jake LaRavia, ever since the Grizzlies said they weren't going to renew his contract for some reason, he started going off. So I actually really like that one. I can already see myself getting annoyed at Jake LaRavia when we're playing against the Lakers. the way I do Austin Reeves. Yeah, when it comes to storylines, Bron's last year, question mark.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say we've been talking about the a
We're going
LeBron team and
around
haven't
it this
mentioned
whole
it.
time. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if this is going to be his retirement year. He has to tell us before the season starts, right? There's no way this guy's going to tell us
Yeah, I don't think he's
halfway through.
retiring.
He's gonna
You're
needs to
not gonna do the
talk.
whole Hennessy ad and then actually retire. No one's gonna believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
I think
yeah,
next season's his last season, if that's
next
possible.
season, okay.
You're gonna go
Um,
for 24 like Kobe.
yeah, maybe Bryce will have a breakout year in Arizona. He'll get drafted somehow. Then that'll truly be. I'm just kidding.
Then he
Yeah. So
waits like
Bron can't
seven
be your
more
best
years
defensive
and
player.
then
So will
Zuri
Ayton
become
step up?
sorry.
Zuri, he'll play volleyball with Zuri or WNBA with Zuri. Um,
I was gonna
yeah,
say
like we all agree.
I
Yeah,
believe in Aiden a lot more than what you're giving him credit for, just because when he was elite with the Suns, he was with a real elite playmaker in Chris
playmaker.
Paul,
Yeah,
and obviously
yeah,
against on the Blazers, nothing. I think his role's a lot simplified with Luca. You just set screens, you run to the basket, you catch offensive rebounds. Obviously, you need a high motor for that, but when you're getting
yeah,
easy baskets at the rim, I feel like it's easier to have a high motor when that's what you're kind of built for. And he's shown he can do that. Again, contract year, like Saho said. I'm a little higher on it, and I think it's just so easy to see the connection between Luca and Aiton. They just like
yeah.
seem like seamless fits as like Aiton is a lob threat. Luca is that facilitator and downhill scorer.
I
So I
wouldn't
am
be
higher.
surprised. I
I'm not
wouldn't
high
be
on the
surprised.
defense.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're a top three pick and roll duo next year.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, in the pick and roll, Aiden can kind of do everything. He
Hmm.
shot 58% on rolls last year, 74% at the rim, 55% on mid range, and 54% on floaters. So
Yeah.
he is a very efficient pick and roll player, and Luca makes Jackson Hayes look somewhat playable.
Ha.
Yeah.
Not too much because it's Jackson Hayes, but he still makes him look okay. So I gotta think that DeAndre Ayton offensively, he can glide his way to 20 and 10 and it shouldn't be a problem. The issue is that he's not a good rim protector and they don't have any pick and point of attack defense, excuse me.
Mm-mm.
So if they don't have anybody guarding the perimeter, then they don't have anybody defending the rim. What are they gonna do? Last year, Luca, Reeves, and LeBron had a 120.5 offensive rating together, which is great. But
And
they had
then
a
he loses.
121.7 defensive rating.
That's
So they're
so
getting
funny, Jace.
outscored still.
Yeah.
I don't imagine that DeAndre Ayton's going to come in and look like David Robinson.
Yeah, the starting lineup is atrocious in terms of defense. There's not one guy who you t like say the word defense. I guess LeBron. Like LeBron's your best defender in that starting five.
Well,
Like
who are you starting next to those
I'm
four?
assuming Hachimura is still starting, right?
I
Is he
wouldn't be surprised
not?
if they start Marcus
Bando?
Smart.
Oh,
I
Marcus.
think
Oh,
Smart
really?
is smart. Yeah. I mean, if you're looking for that point of attack defense,
That's a
that's really the only
small. I
guy
mean, we're
left.
playing Reeves at the three. I guess positions don't really matter
I
anymore.
mean,
But
Luca's 6'8", it's like
yeah, yeah, I guess.
Well, the question with Luca is like, is he gonna buy into whatever JJ Redick is selling him? Because as an off-ball defender, he's actually pretty good. He has good hands, he has good
yeah.
size. He's a decent defensive rebounder. But if he's going to continuously give up straight line drives, that's going to kill their entire defense. If he can keep him in front and force them to shoot over him, kind of like he had a few possessions in the Celtics series where it looked okay. He got beat up for the most part in that series. But if he can force them into jump shots or just like make them change their direction one time, that gives DeAndre Ayton time to slide over and the whole defense can kind of play off that. But if he just lets them go by him, they
That's
can't
where
create anything
Slimmer
else.
Luca comes into play. That might help a bit with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. I think this team is going to be similar to defensively the last year, where they're just like closing in on gaps as much as possible. As soon as someone comes into the basket, like in the painted area, everyone's collapsing. They'll give up threes if they need to, but I think Luka and LeBron are kind of built for that type of defense more than like a heavy traditional pick and roll drop or anything like that. Just
yeah,
at this point in their careers. And again, that's why I don't really believe in their defense. I think teams with good playmakers can kind of dice them up.
yeah.
And I don't think this is a real playoff tested defense as well. I mean, again, I think their offense could be like top five, but even then, I'm not like super high. I don't see the shooting, like
The
elite shooting
shooting is
from
my
anywhere.
question mark too.
Yeah,
Whether you start Smart or Hashimura, it's not great
not
spacing.
elite. Yeah, like
Like
LeBron can shoot, Reeves can shoot. I'm not sure about that
Luka
third
can
starter.
kind of shoot, like not really. I
No,
mean,
Luka could
I
shoot.
don't.
you
Do you
don't
guys
expect
really,
him to go back to 38% on 12 threes
No,
a game,
but
though, do you?
even
Like
35 on 10 attempts is still shooting.
35,
Like that's an
yeah.
elite. That's still a great shooter.
do you guys really think that offense is the problem? Like, I feel like they're gonna
No,
easily be a top 10 offensive team, maybe a top.
Top
They could
10,
be a top
yeah.
10.
But I don't think I think for a defense like this, you have to be top three even. Like
and the
this
pick
is
and roll
like to the
becomes way
level you
less
need.
threatening when you don't have shooters
Yeah.
around you. So.
Yeah,
That
but
was
it's
why the
Luka.
Dallas offense was also great. Like they had shooters around.
Also,
Um,
LeBron's catch shoot numbers are pretty good. Austin
Mhm.
Reeves are pretty good. He kind of fell off towards the end of the year, and the Timberwolves series was pretty terrible. Um, in terms of regular season, though, I feel like this is going to be a top five offense. I would probably put money down that they would be, but I'd also put money down that they're going to be a top 20, bottom
bottom
20, bottom
10.
10 defense.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what happened last year, and they won 50 games last year, but it felt like a fake 50 games. Their point differential was point 0.6, like basically 42 and 42
Yeah.
extrapolated.
I
Like
remember that.
they did not I didn't feel like they were a real traditional 50-win team. So a lot of shooting luck and clutch luck really went in their favor.
Yeah. They were only like what, like 18 and 10 with Luca?
Yeah, wasn't great.
Yeah.
I just don't believe that that's the Luka that we're going to
I
get
hope
this
not.
year.
Yeah, I
There's just
mean,
no way.
Definitely not.
I'd be surprised if he plays that. Like shooting like sub 30 from three would be very surprising to me. Um,
For DeAndre Ayton's career, he has more turnovers than assists.
well,
Wow.
that's your guy, bro. That's the guy both of you guys are
But okay,
counting
yeah, no,
on.
but realistically, like if he can make reads in the pick and roll, like that changes so much of their offense. If he's just gonna be a play finisher and not a play creator, that really
He's
kills it.
not. He's not going to be a play creator.
Yeah,
I feel like
he's
that's
not.
asking way too much of him.
I know, but all I'm saying is, can he make the next pass? Can he read the low man and decide, okay, I'm gonna go to the corner here? Like that's very simple stuff that he has to be able to do. Maybe not, but if he wants to, this is a make or break year for Ayton because if he plays really well, he can find a $90 million contract for 4 years in the offseason. But if he plays like shit and he looks like shit, he's gonna be on mid-level exceptions for the rest of his career. So
Yeah.
I
Do you
gotta.
honestly think will happen?
What do I think will happen?
Yeah.
I think he'll play himself into like a 4 year, $80 million contract. I think he'll.
I
I
feel
think
like
so.
this scenario happens so much and they end up like doing shitting the bed. Like, I don't know.
What do you think he's gonna average? You don't think? I feel like he can easily get like 18 and 10.
I feel like
That's
even if he
high.
does,
I don't think
I was
18
gonna
and
say
10.
like
That's
15 and
ridiculous.
11 or something. Basically what he's
Yeah.
been getting. I just think like if he gets 15 and 10, that I think that's a failure. Like I think that means they're bad. Like I don't know. I don't know how else to describe it. I don't know how to make it sound better. But like
I don't think
Because I
it
feel like
matters
he's.
too much about his numbers. I think an eye test matters a lot more in his case. Like, is he engaged? Is he
Yeah.
actually rebounding the ball? Is he not afraid to go into the basket? I think those things more matter more in his case than the numbers specifically. And also, I think he's going to get a lot, like his efficiency is probably going to go up. You're just going to get like 3 lobs a game from Luca every
Yeah.
time. I think that's going to help.
here's the thing. I think it's gonna be like Aiton at the end of his son's tenure, where they were like he is the problem, and they got rid of him right after. I feel like I don't see how it's gonna be very different than that. He still had like the
I never felt like he was
JJ
the
on his team. He
problem. He
had
was just pissy.
yeah. I
That
don't
felt
think
like the
like
problem.
I just think no, I mean pissy. It just felt like he was unmotivated. I just
Yeah.
don't. I think that's who he is. Like I
I mean,
really
that's fair.
I agree, but when it comes to money, there's no way he's not looking at this like this is my chance. And
Yeah.
and scoring makes you more engaged defensively too. Not saying that he's gonna be great, but I think that the Lakers were so starved for a center,
Yeah.
at all. KJ Redick was, I still cannot believe what I saw. He played five guys for a whole
every
half.
kind of game. Yeah.
That,
And
and none of
none
them
of
were
them is
centers.
center him. Yeah.
Yeah, it was Dorian Finney-Smith at the five or LeBron at the five. Like just having any semblance of a guy who's 7 foot tall is gonna change the way they play.
Also, we're mentioning Luca as like he's the only passer. We have LeBron on this team
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. Well, we haven't even talked about. I don't know why
Yeah,
we're
I
not
know.
discussing
I
LeBron
mean, I
though.
don't know. He's just like he's gonna be like 24, 6 and or like 7 and 7 for
Yeah,
like
we
whatever
know who
happens.
LeBron is.
He is, yeah, he's LeBron. We have like 22 years of sample size at this point.
So for Aiton, one more point about the money. Like he's had like when he went to Portland, right? We're like, oh, this is Aiton's here. I'm gonna draft him in fantasy. Like this is his team. And then
Mhm.
he shit the bed. And
Sounds
then
like you.
he went to what Lakers on a minimum
It sounds
after
like you
getting
drafted him
paid.
in fantasy and were upset.
No, dude, I did not. I did not. I wouldn't have thought it was a bad draft. Like I don't know. I haven't played fantasy in a few years. But like I just like he didn't do it on the Blazers. Are we gonna give them an excuse? Oh, it was not a contending team. Like he had an opportunity to average like 25 and 12. What does
Wait,
he
who
do?
was he? Who was he playing with though?
It doesn't matter. You're
He's
telling me
not a
DeAndre Ayton,
creator. He's
huh?
not a creator. He's not a Joel Embiid. He's not like it
Dude.
doesn't matter. You know what I
Oh, come
mean?
on. Ayton started his career averaging like 15 and 10 with no creator. Like Devin Booker was not like that early in his career. I don't think Devin Booker was a creator either.
Right.
Like I don't know. I just think. it shouldn't be that hard for you to get even like 20. He averaged
I'm
like
not
20
comparing
points.
him to the expectations of a number one pick, though. That's the
He
thing. I'm
wouldn't
just like,
even drive to the fucking stadium because it was icy out, bro. Like
bro, I
this
get
is the
that though.
guy
I
we're
get
relying
that.
on.
I
Hey,
get
you
that.
don't gotta worry about that in LA.
No,
That's true.
forest fire, bro. I don't want to, I don't want to go. Oh no. Whatever. Okay, let's go fast.
Wait,
So your predictions? Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say, I did have a question for you guys. I've seen a lot of Luca hype for MVP. What do you guys think about that? I don't know.
Mm,
Personally, I'm like,
not
this
with
team is
Braun,
not
bro.
good enough.
Oh yeah, sure, that too. But
I
yeah,
would say I didn't think so, but then if Vegas has them at 49.5, that
yeah,
makes it feel like they're pretty high on him on the Lakers. If it was more like 45.5 and the Lakers won 52 games, then he has a real shout. But if people think he's gonna win 50 games and they win 50 games, I don't think he's gonna move people that much.
Yeah.
Who's-
I
I
mean,
think like
there's
they'll
fourth
from each other,
in
bro.
West odds, by the way, over under. So behind the
Mm.
Rockets,
Yeah.
Rockets, Thunder, and Nuggets.
Yeah. I think you guys are thinking too deeply into it. I literally just think like it was like Steph and KD back in the day. Like they'll steal votes from each other. If the Lakers win like 55 games, you're telling me Braun also isn't having like a phenomenal season. Like, and then I'm
Honestly,
sure
I could
there's
see if Luca averages like 33, 8 and 8, like I think that's enough
I
to
don't
get
think
them.
I don't know if that's gonna happen, bro. But like I feel like there's still guys who will say like LeBron is more important to that Lakers team.
Oh,
That's a
yeah.
genuine argument you can make.
And they'd be wrong.
They'd be very.
I mean, it depends on the year, right? But that each of them have. But like that's why I don't. I think it's very, very unlikely either of those two guys wins them. I mean, LeBron was like what top five in MVP voting this year,
Yeah.
but that was a lot
Yeah.
of times because when AD went down, he was still carrying. I don't know.
Last point, then we'll move on. But I think that we also got to give, just like we give Steph and Jimmy, kind of like okay, like a full year together, they'll figure it out.
Hmm.
I like their fit so much better than like LeBron and Luca, but I think we got to give them some like grace in terms of like
Yeah,
they're gonna figure it out. Like they're two of the highest IQ players we've ever seen in our
yeah,
life.
they're definitely too good to not figure it out. So,
Exactly. That's why I can't see them winning less than 40 games. You know, like there's
oh
Yeah,
boy,
for
yeah,
sure. For
right.
sure.
definitely not. Oh,
I don't think any Luca team can win less than 40 games. He's that elite and floor
yeah,
raising.
his floor raising, both LeBron and Luca's floor raising is just too good to win less than 40 games, dude.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of out on LeBron's floor raising now, though.
All right, bro. Just
He
after.
was his like plus minus last year was like atrocious.
Okay, let's move on. Let's go to the Suns. We were kind of touching on them and Aiden. Yeah. Okay. So first off, they fired Bud after a pretty horrendous season. They went 36 and 46, missed the play, and they were 11 seed. They signed the new fire is a guy named what?
Ought.
Ott.
Good,
Yeah,
good coach. He's the Cavs
yeah, assistant,
assistant.
right?
Yeah. He's
And
good.
then he was actually a Hawks video coordinator back when Bud was the Hawks coach.
Wow.
So I thought that was cool when I read it. So I guess the biggest issues with the season, Book looked like really bad. After the Olympics, I think people are really high on him. They're like, oh, his playmaking is better, defense is much better. It's gonna be a good year for him. He looked terrible. I feel like the shot never came through. It felt like also he was like played kind of low IQ basketball from what I could tell about like KD fans kind of shitting on him the entire year. KD played like the Suns were good when KD played. But yeah, they were pretty bad outside of that. And then Beal was constantly hurt. Depth was pretty shitty. They were 27th on defense last year. This year, I mean, they made a couple interesting additions. Obviously, they traded Kevin Durant for most notably Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green. Um, and then I guess
Mark
like what do you guys
Williams.
really want to focus on with this team? Huh?
We got to talk about Mark Williams. They trade for Mark
Yeah,
Williams.
they
Drafted
have a
Kaman
bunch of more
Malawach.
centers. Yeah, I think Malawach was a nice pick. They just have a lot of centers, like a lot of decent
They
centers.
have nine. Saw this on the Zach Lowe show. They have nine
Yeah,
players that are threes, fours, and fives, and then the other guys that are not are twos,
yeah,
Except for Colin Gillespie.
right.
So they don't
Yeah,
have a
they're
point
like a
guard
point guard.
essentially.
Yeah, Colin Gillespie's their starting point guard.
I think they're
But
gonna
like
start Book, but
yeah, but like you said, Rohan, like if Book doesn't make a playmaking leap, this could be like a 25 win team.
Yeah,
I think that what's their line say like 32 or something like that,
it's
31 point.
31 and a half.
Yeah, okay.
oh, that seems high. No, does that not seem a little high to you?
I kind of
I
like
agree.
the over there, honestly.
They won 36 last year
Oh
with
wow.
KD.
They made the
Yeah.
play-in off 36
No,
wins.
they
They
lost. They
didn't make
didn't
the
make the play.
playoffs.
They were
Oh, they made the
11.
play-in. Yeah, you're right. Wow.
I yeah, I'm think that's over too. Like I think I have them the under
I
28
would
wins.
definitely go under. There's no
I
shot.
think they're the 14 seed. I really don't like this
Yeah,
team.
yeah. I don't think they're hitting 30 wins. No
Wow.
way.
Wow. The
This team
14th seed.
sucks. This team
I
is
think
fucking terrible.
this team's more likely to like 20 games into the season just shut down Booker and go all
Like,
in on
there's
their
gonna be
young
some
guys.
fucking like some condescending ass fans. Like, no, you don't understand the defense. Oh my God, like Dylan Brooks fits so well. No, come on, like this team sucks.
Yeah,
I
Jalen
kind of
Green
think
is
they'll
their
be.
second option.
I
Like
kind of
I
think
know
they'll
we're
be
hype. Yeah,
a little
sorry, I was
more.
just gonna say like we're hyping up the Rockets because Kevin Durant was switched with Jalen Green. This is the exact opposite of that. We have Jalen Green switching for Kevin Durant. That's a
And Dylan
negative, clear
Brooks.
negative. Yeah,
And
Dylan
Dylan
Brooks
Brooks.
is nice, but
Yeah.
I think they're probably gonna try to trade him too, just to get recoup assets because they've been giving up everything they have.
All right, Sal, tell us your take on the Suns. You seem higher than we are. You seem disappointed
I
in
think I
our
am higher than you guys, but like I keep going back and forth because I kind of think that they're going to be like a kind of like feisty
risky
defense.
team. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah, they'll
Come
like
on.
power their way to like they'll have a bunch of like 95 to 94 victories and stuff like that. Um, I like Ryan Dunn and Dylan Brooks as a 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think they can like that is a good wing duo defensively. Like a team like the Rockets might actually struggle against that type of point of attack defense. Um, Malawak, I'm not really thinking too much about. I think he's more of a project. I like Mark Williams, but his defense is pretty atrocious. Um,
When you can't
and
stand them.
Jalen Green, like he had 32 games of 25 points last year. So like he can score, but his decision making is just so bad. Like he'll just randomly jump in the air when he feels like it because he's super athletic. But it's like, dude, you have to like decide what you're gonna do before you jump.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like he's not very reactive. And I think he has to make a serious leap if they're gonna win over 30 games. And I don't know, maybe he can't. What am I doing? What am I talking about? He's not that good, is he? He's not that good.
Who, Jalen? Are you talking about Jalen Green?
So I'm talking about Jalen Green, yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's all
I don't.
right. I don't think he's very good.
He's averaging an inefficient 19 next year, probably, like, or maybe 22. Like, I don't
Nah,
know.
let's give him like 24. Like a
You're
very
giving him
inefficient
24?
24.
Wait, you
Who else
think
is
Jalen Green
scoring
is
on that
better?
team?
Who's better, Jalen Green or Cam Thomas?
Cam Thomas.
Cam
Is
Thomas.
it that easy for you to say?
Yes,
Like, why?
because he's way more efficient.
Way more. Is he?
I think so.
On what? They shoot like exactly the same like
Do they
efficiency.
really?
Yes.
That's surprising to me.
Like, but Cam Thomas averages like 2 more points a game, I think. But you could fact check me on that. I'll check too.
I don't know. I think Cam Thomas. I think Jalen Green provides a level of rim
That is
pressure
very
that Cam
true.
Thomas doesn't.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I would
Like,
still like
I mean,
if I'm
it's
playing
only
pickup
rim
and I'm choosing
protected.
people.
It's only rim pressure if you can actually finish at the rim.
It's true.
Yeah, they're very similar numbers. Like Cam Thomas averaging at 24, Jalen 21.
Yeah, I think I gave
The
Cam
shoots
Thomas a little
very
more credit, but I think Cam Thomas gets to the basket a little better and he shoots
slightly
more
more
free
efficient
throws.
in the field. But Jalen probably does, right?
No, Cam Thomas shoots more free throws.
Honestly, after looking at the West, I kind of feel like
Oh, really?
whoever said they might be
Yeah.
14th have a legitimate point. Because like the Spurs, Blazers, Kings are all probably gonna be better. The Suns,
Hmm.
the Grizzlies should be
Yeah.
better. So
I
it's really
think
just the
they're,
Jazz.
yeah, it's really the
Because
Kings
these are
and
the
the
only two
Suns are
teams.
very
Suns have
similar.
their own pick or no? Do the Suns
No.
have their own pick?
When did they ever have their
No,
own
they
pick?
don't. They
No.
don't.
That's
So that's another reason to actually might
oh.
go on the over because like what else they have nothing to lose, you know?
Well, yeah,
So
yeah, but
they'll try to win.
okay, yes, but they're. I didn't think they were gonna tank. I just think they're not good enough to win that many
Yeah,
games. I think
fair.
they're gonna
Especially
try.
in the
They're just
West.
gonna lose.
Especially in the West.
Has there ever been a time in any conference where there's like 14 competitive teams? This is ridiculous.
13. This is not a competitive team.
You guys think the Kings are
Yeah.
competitive?
I think yeah, I think they're competitive. Yeah,
Okay.
I
I
think
know
Kings will
we
win
know
like 37 games, dude.
yeah, we know
Okay.
exactly what the Kings are gonna do.
Yeah,
We'll
and
talk about
I
it in
think
a
they're gonna
second.
be like a 11 seed, 10 seed. Maybe if they're lucky, they get like 10. But yeah, they still have like DeMar, Zach LaVine, they have Dennis Schroeder, they have Keon Ellis, and of course Sabonis and the Keegan Murray. Maybe if he takes a step up. Like I think they're definitely better than this team.
No,
They're
I
way, I
agree.
think
I
they're
think they're better
if
than
they
this team. I think they're my 13 seed. Like I don't think they're that much
oh,
better.
I think they're better than the Blazers too. I would take them over the Blazers.
I am so high on the Blazers.
I think it's more likely the Blazers shut down the season than the Kings do.
I disagree. I mean, yeah, because what is shutting down for the Kings? All their players are like mid. middle-aged.
Yeah, I mean, like I still I think they can. I don't know. I think the Kings have. Yeah, I think they're better.
I'm absurd. Like I've done my standings predictions. I think I'm way too high on the Blazers, but I don't really care.
You are too high on the Blazers, bro. What? You had them in the play-in, right?
Yeah, I have them as my 8th seed.
Wow, yes. That is
Ah,
fucking
that's
ridiculous. Who do you have as the 9 and 10 seeds then?
Mavs, Spurs.
Wow, you have the
wow.
Mavs under the Blazers?
Yeah, I mean they're hurt. Like I don't think
Even
their
the
offense is gonna be
Spurs
that
under the
good.
Blazers seems ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean I think Fox injury kind of scares me. I guess we can talk about it later, but also
Yeah, yeah,
like
sorry, we'll talk about it.
I'm not too bought in on the shooting. I think
Ah,
Chris Paul was a big resource for them. Like I think he was actually a good big point of like he was a good point, like good player for them. I think
yeah.
losing him and adding an injured Fox might not be the best. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
they got
I'm a
Dylan
little
Harper for
lower.
bro, but yeah, I know. He
I
seems
also just think they're way too overhyped right now. So I wanted to I feel like I think this is a little more what I
yeah, you're
expect
not
from them.
buying the Wemby height growth.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay, let's finish up on oh yeah, there's not much to talk about for the Suns. Like
Yeah, we already kind
um
of touched the Kings too, honestly. I like should we just go to the Kings?
Yeah, let's do the
yeah, wait,
Kings.
wait, 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 quick. Anything else you want to talk about
Okay.
the Suns?
I'm done with the Suns, man.
We're slamming the under. I mean, my prediction for this team was like 26 wins.
Wow.
Vegas is cooking. Something they know something because these lines feel difficult, honestly, for me. Like I could see them winning 30 games and
Nah, they're meant to be, man. They're always like
There's just too many good
30
teams in the
games
West.
is
That's the
so
thing.
high. 30 wins is like I don't know what to compare it to, but 30 seems a lot.
well,
Like
you
that's
can
a
book
lot.
them for like at least 8 wins against the East.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, they'll beat like the
Only
Wizards. How
24
much
more to go.
are the Wizards worse than this team? Are they though?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes, yes, yes,
Are
Yes.
they?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, who's worse? So,
Unless Trey Johnson turns into Devin Booker, they are
okay,
worse.
tell me, who's worse? Bilal or Ryan Dunn?
Ryan
Bilal.
Dunn.
I think Bilal's worse right now.
Oh, really? Just because of
I
the
think
early garbageness.
I also really like Ryan Dunn's game. Like I think
I
I
feel
think
like
Ryan Dunn's
Bilal's
a
NBA
way worse
career, like
shooter.
so far, in my opinion, is better than Ryan. Let's say it's close, right?
Yeah.
Who's better, a backcourt of Colin Gillespie and Devin Booker, or
Gillespie is not
CJ?
starting. It's
Okay,
Jalen
fine, fine, fine.
Green and
Devin
Booker.
Booker and Grayson Allen, or CJ and Chris Middleton.
well, Chris Middleton's gonna play the three,
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Buck
Bucky
Before you
Arrington is
kiss
probably starting.
Spurs. Okay, a three-man team. Like I don't know. I don't think they're that far off from each other. And I think the Wizards' depth might actually be better. Like I think the young guys are like not
I
that
think they're
bad.
trading CJ and Chris Middleton as soon as
Yeah,
they can. They're
I do
cutting.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably gonna happen. This team is definitely better than the Nets, though.
Yeah.
So
Better
they
than
have
the
that.
Nets.
And the Jazz, maybe.
Better than the
yeah,
Jazz.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I said maybe.
Better
Yeah.
than the
Okay.
Hornets.
Are they though? A
Dude,
healthy
a
Hornets team,
fully
bro?
healthy Hornets just lost to
Healthy
the Thunder by 20 without any of their starters in preseason. Of
pre.
course, it's preseason, but
Oh,
I
it's
am telling you, I
preseason.
was so unimpressed by the Hornets, and I watched that game.
Wait, LaMelo played?
Yeah, he played. He
Fuck.
sucked. Brandon Miller sucked.
That's so
Miles
sad.
Bridges sucked.
Wait, did Con play?
He was decent.
Hey,
Yeah, I think he
nice.
had like 20.
Oh, bro, there's one injury we should talk about. Shout out to Nikola Topic for his testicular surgery. I hope you get well soon, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay,
Bro,
let's
our
finish
rookies
up.
cannot stay
Yeah.
healthy. They'll
Uh,
fucking make up any fucking injury.
yeah, I don't know what he's doing,
Crazy.
bro. That's so tough. That
That's
must hurt
crazy.
so much.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The final team is the Sacramento Kings, the most boring team, the most mediocre team in the Western Conference, probably. Just given again, the sheer talent they have. Um, it's just like embarrassing. They're probably going to win less than 40 games this year. Last year they went 40 and 42, good enough for ninth in the Western Conference, and I think they lose to the Mavs, right? In
They
the
lost,
first
yeah.
playing game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So they brought back Keon Ellis and Doug McDermott, and they added Drew Eubanks, Dario Saric, which is funny, in the Jonas Valanciunas trade. And Dennis Schroeder, which is a nice addition to the team. They retained Malik Monk despite him being in trade rumors. Yeah, they lost Jonas Valanciunas, Jake LaRavia, whatever. So yeah, I guess like if Keegan Murray takes a step up or something, these guys could be like somewhat competitive. I don't know. Sal, you look so depressed even just
Guys, they just
hearing that name.
remade the fucking 2024 Bulls. Like this is insane. Like
Yeah.
we just took
Yeah.
them from one conference to put them together in the next conference. DeMar Levine and
Yeah.
Sabonis is better than Vucevic. but like it's the same shit. Like they had
Some
a
European
those three had
guy.
a negative 3.5. Last year they had a negative 3.5 net rating. Do I have any reason to think that they're gonna do any better this year?
Nah,
It's the
man.
same shit. DeMar's a year younger. Levine has more miles on him, and Sabonis is
Hey,
Sabonis.
I would put money on the Kings going on some type of run in like December where they go like like 12 and 6 in the month and they're like the fucking like 7 seed. They're like, oh shit, okay. They need one piece. Like, what's it gonna be? So like yeah, I think they'll remain competitive, like competitive, but yeah, I don't see them winning more than like 36, 37 games this year. Just because the West got better. Like yeah, I don't know.
Like it's still hard to go play in Sac. Like the memes, like they have a good
Yeah.
like atmosphere. It's not like you're gonna go there and walk into a win, but like if you play properly, you're gonna walk into a win.
I don't know what happened. Like, do you guys know what happened since 2023? Like, what really changed? Roster construction stayed the same in 2024. I don't like Keegan Murray didn't take us. He didn't improve at all in his
Yeah.
and now they
sophomore.
don't
I
have
think
Mike Brown, so like
Like Mike
I
Brown, they
think the
fired him
what
like in this year, but even last year they were bad. They were like the 9 seed last year too.
the West just got way better than them, and then they
I
kind of
guess.
sold on Fox, and Fox wanted to leave. That was really it.
I think Fox also took a step back last year. He got
Yeah,
worse. Like 2023 was a crazy year for De'Aaron Fox.
right.
And this year he got worse. Sabonis
They're
has kind of been the same.
they're over under, I think is like one of the closer ones that I'm like not sure. They're at 34 and a half.
Oh, I'd go over on that actually.
I have them under as well.
Wow, okay. A
I
team with
mean,
Levine,
I
DeRozan, and Sabonis is going under on.
this is like the Raptors of the West for me. Like just a mediocre team with mediocre names.
You
Like
think this team is
sure,
better or worse than the Raptors?
I think they're worse.
Not
Um,
record-wise, just like if they're in the same conference.
oh, I couldn't tell you. I think they're exactly the same. Like
I think this team is
that's the
better than the
vibes.
Raptors.
It's
I
I think
very
agree.
it's
similar.
definitely better than the Raptors.
I think the Raptors defense is way better than this team's,
That's
and I
true.
think the offense is way better here. So it's just like kind of one side they're going to be a lot more closer to top 10 in, and then the other side they're going to be bottom 10 in.
I really like the Schroeder edition. Like, I think that's a
I think he's
really,
starting
really
for them.
good. Yeah, he should start. Who else will start for them? They don't even have another point guard. Like Malik
But
Monk's playing the
they
five
don't
right
really
now.
have a point guard like a point of attack defender. He is their point of attack defender and he's
Yeah,
fine,
and
but
he's a good
they,
point of attack defense. Like,
they have Keon like they're not playing Keon Ellis as their starter. I feel like they
I wish
should.
he would start. Yeah,
Yeah, but
like.
where can you put him there? Like you know what I
Like
mean?
I wish you can get rid of DeRozan for like something. I don't know what it would be, but like I like Levine and I like Sabonis, but I feel
This
like
team was not good after the All-Star break though. Like
yeah,
once they traded for Levine, they Levine had some good performances, but they could not figure it out. The
I
12th
kind of feel
offense
like
after the Levine trade, like that's not good enough for a team like this.
yeah,
I kind of feel like they might like in the first 3 months look really bad and then just start selling. They have their
That's what I think.
own they have their own pick in 2026 and their own pick in
that's a
2027.
good point.
The
Yeah.
problem is they don't have any like guys that you feel really good about
Mhm.
except Keegan Murray and like what is his
Even
ceiling?
Keegan Murray, like it's I don't know. I feel
And
like
like I feel
Malik
like
Monk might have like be a
No, I
guy.
mean, it seems like he doesn't have any trade value because no one wants him.
Malik Monk. What's his
Yeah, I think
contract situation? Like how big is that contract?
it's pretty reasonable. I think it's like
Like 20 mil?
29. Yeah.
It's yeah, 19 million a year. The thing is, like, Levine's also on a fucking enormous contract,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's hard to get rid of him. He's looking like damn near like
Sabonis
42
too. Like
million.
no one
Yeah.
wants Sabonis. He's just not a player who fits in a lot of
Yeah, he's
ecosystems.
not. This is a bad situation for this
Hmm.
team.
Honestly, the more we talk about the Suns and the Kings, I get it makes me more grateful to support a team that's like not
So grateful.
completely mediocre.
So
Like, oh my goodness. And like, yeah,
Facts.
the Cavs haven't won a championship. They might never will, but I'm happy that at least I'm looking forward to
hell
watching them
yeah. At
play. If
least
I
they're
was a
choosing a
Kings fan,
direction, bro. Yeah.
yeah, if I was a Kings fan, I would be depressed.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to look forward to. Like zero things to look forward to. They were
You had
talking all
one
that shit
year
after
of
they beat us in the fucking plane. Now look at you
bro,
losers.
let them talk shit. It's like a
Living
toddler
in
talking shit. Who gives a
Sacramento,
fuck, you know?
like rooting for this shit team run by a shit idiot. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Well,
don't really
that
have
should
much
wrap
else.
us up. Wait, Saha, what are you gonna say?
I said I don't really have much else to say. I feel like they might. I mean, I think they can move Monk and Keon for picks. I think those are like the most tradable contracts they have.
I like the Schroeder edition.
Yeah,
I like I know
They needed a
I can
point
see him
guard for
beating us in
sure.
a game this year. I can see Schroeder beating us in a game
I
this
think they
year. I
gave him
hate Keon
45
Allen.
mil though.
Huh?
I think they gave him 45 mil,
Over how many? Like 3 years? 2 years?
3 years. I think three
That's not
years.
And
bad.
15 mil isn't bad for Dennis Schroeder. I think that's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
He fits with Levine so well. I just don't like the DeRozan fit next to
Yeah.
Levine.
Do you guys like any like what's the future? I think Keon's a young-ish player. Devin Carter they drafted Nick Clifford. Like who's the next gen for this team? I
Devin
don't
Carter's
see
ass, right?
he
I think
wasn't
he's
great, but he was
Yeah.
had a shoulder injury for like the first two-thirds of the season last year.
Yeah. Dude,
there's
like
no future.
what's your question?
Like what is the future here? I think Nick Clifford could be interesting. Like a lot of people seem like they're high on Nick Clifford as like a
I don't know
scorer. He
much
was good
about
in
him.
summer league.
Their future is whoever they pick in the draft next year.
That's fair. Yeah.
So true. But yeah, you should sell like somewhat high on Sabonis. Like another bad year, like the last year, Sabonis' value is gonna tank
Yeah.
even more. Like
Well,
he's
Rohan, you
still,
said they
yeah.
were you said they were to be like a 10, 11 seed. Who's worse than them? I think you
I
said
think the
Portland.
Blazers are worse than them.
I
I
don't
think the
think they
Blazers
are,
are worse
but
than them. I think Suns are worse than them, obviously Jazz. So that's
mhm.
like makes them the 12 seed, right?
Yeah.
And then
Pelicans?
Pelicans, like they
I like
could
the
be.
Pelicans more than this team.
I think the Pelicans are better fully healthy. You just don't know,
Yeah.
right?
Right. That's fair.
And then again, like I would say, like the not. I don't think the Mavs will be worse, but like I think the floor for the Mavs is lower than the floor for the Kings. That's the thing. I don't think the floor for this Kings team, if they stay together the whole year, is that low. That's why I think they'll win at least 30 games. Then I think they'll win at most 40 games. Like
Mm.
they're so mediocre. Similar to the Raptors, right? Unless someone
Yeah.
gets hurt, like they're gonna win. They have enough players to win 30 games. Like they're gonna beat each of these good teams. Like out of all like the teams that win over 45 games, they'll probably beat each one 0.75 times maybe. Like they'll probably get like these guys will get them on off day. But
Yeah.
um I have to check the
I remember they beat the healthy Celtics last year.
oh, did they?
Well, like while they were injured, it was like one of the first games, Doug Christie, and like everyone was super high on them. Like
Oh,
you said, they
yeah.
had like that
Doug
12
Christie
and
started
6
off hot.
record and
Yeah.
like in December. And I could see the exact same thing. They like start off like 0 and 10, then they go like 12 and 6, and then
Yeah,
still
another team could
mediocre as
also
shit.
be like this is a crazy one, but like I don't know how good the Grizzlies will be next year too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know with all these injuries and stuff. Like to
According to
me,
me,
there's
worse
this
than the Spurs. Or worse than the Blazers.
wow. If you're
Nah,
serious about that, that's like crazy.
I am
But
serious about it.
here's the thing, right? I know this isn't the Western Conference predictions video, but like to me, the top tier of the conference is the Nuggets and Thunder, or
Mhm.
Thunder and Nuggets in that order. And then again, me being the Warriors homer, I would have the Warriors, Clippers, Timberwolves, Rockets.
Rockets? The Rockets gotta be
Rockets,
there.
Rockets, totally forgot the
Lakers.
Rockets. Rockets, and then Lakers, I think, as well in a tier
Yeah.
together. I've slowly become like lower and lower on the Rockets. I don't know why. Yeah. So
yeah.
that's why I have them all in that tier together. Maybe
Mhm.
you can divide the tier into two with like Clippers and Rockets. And maybe I think the Warriors are better than the Lakers. Like I would put the Warriors above the Lakers if I was to order it. But then in the next tier, I would have all these teams we talked about. Like I think this whole like I don't know what the number is, but
You
like
seem higher on the Spurs though.
yeah, I think that 8 through like 13 dead ass is like quite close to
So
each
you
other.
think
And then I think you have
you're
the Suns and the thing.
okay, so you have the Blazers in that third tier, or do you have
Yeah.
the Blazers in the bottom tier?
No, I mean the bottom tier is 14, 15. Like I have the
Yeah,
Blazers.
so
So
you have
I
the
have
Suns
like
14.
yeah, 14 and then
Okay.
Jazz 15. So I would have like again like Pelicans. I don't think I'm crazy for that. I think Pelicans, Grizzlies, Mavs, Spurs, Blazers, and I don't know if I'm missing a team. Kings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think all of those guys are pretty similar just based on injuries.
I agree, actually.
They could totally change. Like we saw the Grizzlies
The,
like go from like the 2 seed to the 9 seed or like the 8 seed very fast.
the crazy part is that of the top seven you said, like one of them is gonna be in the play-in, and they're all like
Yeah.
really good teams.
I think they're all way better than yeah, they're all like much better than the thing. Because, yeah, Cooper
I
Flag
think
looked
yeah.
really, really good in his preseason game, too.
Okay.
Yes, he was making some smart reads. He had two
Yeah,
threes.
for
Dude,
sure.
he
He
just
looked
he just
really good.
pops off the screen. Like if
Yeah,
you watch a Cooper Flag, you notice Cooper Flag, you know.
yeah. He looked really, really good. So, yeah, I mean, the Mavs could, even without Kyrie, like,
They could figure
80
something out for
next to
sure.
Cooper, yeah. What were we going to say? You were going to say something before? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, of that tier, I agree. I think that kind of is a tier there. I think ceiling wise though, I think low key I'm lowest on the Kings out of all those teams. Like you are lower on the
Mm.
Blazers, it appears, but I think I'm
Oh,
lowest
I
on the
don't,
Kings.
ceiling wise.
Like I think every one of those teams could have like a top six seed. I mean, not the Blazers. I think they're reaching their ceiling this year. That's why I have them so high. But I think all the other teams could be like a top 7 seed.
I think the Kings have a higher ceiling than the Blazers. I don't know.
No, I
I
think
don't know
it's
why I'm talking myself into this Schroeder thing so much. But like Schroeder wins, dude. He's a winning player. The Pistons turned their season like really like went forward since the Schroeder trade. That was a big deal for them.
Dude, but Schroeder is like the most mediocre starting point guard I could ever think of. You know what I mean?
No,
Like the
you
exact
are
same one.
no, no,
wrong.
no.
That's not true.
I also really like Shooter. Point of attack wise, he's really good.
Dude, he's excellent, and he'll hit the open three. Like I think Schroeder's as good as Fred VanVleet, bro. Like dead ass, I do.
I think so.
Maybe better. I don't know. But like, I think he's really good.
I think like vet leadership wise, I think the
No, more than like his
intangibles.
defense is genuinely good. He's a good passer. He can shoot the basketball. He's super quick too. He gets to the foul line. Like I don't know. I think he's very, very, yeah, like good. I don't know. I think he's efficient too, or like he was efficient. Then he joined the Warriors and it kind of fucked up everything. But yeah,
Forgot he was on the Warriors for a sec. Jesus Christ.
yeah. And the Nets were winning games. They won too many games when Shooter was playing. Like they went like 10 and
He
12 or
was on
some
the
shit in
Nets? Dude, I
November.
forgot that.
He averaged like 20 on amazing efficiency on the Nets,
You're right.
bro. And
Yeah,
that's why
you're right.
they traded him like in November because they went like 9 and 11 or something, which is funny because they're from New York.
Right.
Out to the Nets. Yeah.
Crazy. Dude, he's
Okay.
been on so many teams.
Yeah. He really has. Okay, let's close it out there. Good pod. Yeah, so that's our Pacific Division predictions. We'll be back at you soon. What we're gonna do the Northwest
Yeah.
Yeah.
next? Okay, yeah, with the Thunder. Awesome. So yeah, thanks so much for listening to the Change of Pace podcast. Follow us on all socials, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, YouTube at Change of Pace Pod, and feel free to email us any suggestions, feedback you have at changeofpacepod@gmail.com. And we'll be at you next time. Thank you.